I'm gonna have Chad on here. Ooh. I don't got a fan on myself. Really regretting that. And my water's down there. Okay, I'm gonna get the fan on me at least, or I'm not gonna make it. my cup holder is full. Crap. Whatever. Okay, this thing keeps hitting my foot. I moved it like 3 times. There we go. Maybe I just don't have my typical patience. It's been a long day. Got off work, here I am. I'm tired already, and I'm just getting started. How long has I been going? Where's the clock on this thing? 7 minutes? Okay, let's go for another 3. I normally wear socks when I do this because these pedals have studs that are pushing into my feet with every step. And it's not only that painful, it's more itchy. Mike Woods, how's it going? I'm stuck on this bike for another 2 minutes or so. I can't see that my audio is working though. Hopefully it is. I've been working, I've been lifting weights, and now I need to recover. I'm feeling quite beat up today. Yeah, I can start training my legs again. I did a 3-hour leg workout last night, and yesterday was a chore day. So I got up at 9 a.m., which was sleeping in for myself, and then 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. it was chores, it was cleaning, it was cooking. I cook in bulk. Saturday is my shopping day, Sunday is my chore day. So I basically cooked until 4 p.m., went to the gym from 4 to 7 p.m., then I did round 2 of cooking. All right, I think I should be good here. Round 2 of cooking till about 11 o'clock at night. And my legs are very stiff today, and they're not moving that good. I was getting cramps in my thighs last night. Well, if you're slacking just at the moment, it's blip in the radar. Oh, throughout the entire length of your life, there's lots of time to get back on track. And I basically brought everything out today. And that, going on the bike there, that looked easy, but I had a significant amount of weight on there. And my legs are already feeling like rocks if they hadn't before. So right now I got my music on. It's already hot in the room because of my own body heat when I'm on the bike. So right now, I'm just going to get everything moving a bit. Spicy tomato soup. Yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling probably every muscle I have right now. It's they're all beat up and they're all screaming at me right now. Get that there. But give me tomorrow and I'll be lifting heavy weights again. Yesterday was my second leg day since I injured my knee. So I also bought a new belt. I haven't had a powerlifting belt in about 4 years. My last one I ended up lending away and never got back. So my first leg day was Wednesday or Thursday, and I just went light. I went a little bit heavy on the hamstrings and the glutes, but my knee, anything above the knee, I was very, very conscious about. And overall, it went really good. So then I tried some deadlifts, and that went well too. So yesterday I did a 3-hour leg workout. The day before that it was back. The day before that it was chest. And so my 3-hour leg workout, I started with just the bike. Then I went straight to squats. I went up to 275 pounds with the belt on. The belt makes it so much easier, but I was mostly focused on my knee. I didn't care about my core. I was just laser focused on my knee. I started with 135 pounds. Okay, I'm getting the knee feels good. Add on another plate. Okay, still feeling strong. Add on some more weight. Okay, I can lift heavier. This is where I'm going to stop. Then I went to 495 pound glute bridges. My glute bridge isn't affected by my knee at all. I did calves, I did hamstrings and quad isolations, and I did something else. Yeah, I did a 405 pound squat to finish it, or deadlift to finish it all off. It was a good time, but my legs were actually cramping by the end. Well, 275 isn't that impressive with a belt on. But where I'm the sorest right now is actually my traps. So I have been kicking the crap out of my back, and my traps haven't been recovering. So last workout on Saturday, I really feel like I need a little bit of extra time to recover. So I got my impact gun. Oh, I can't even see the screen right now because it's vibrating. My vision is vibrating. And I can't speak when I got this thing on myself because it tickles my throat. My back is my favorite muscle group. Mostly I just want to be able to get in my traps, but I'm going to use a foam roller mostly. All right, foam roller time. All right, let's get this out of the way. Let's get the camera down a bit. Oh, I can't move my legs very good and very quick after my workout yesterday. And I'm going to go through a full stretching routine, but it's going to be a little bit difficult because I can't kneel on my left kneecap. I can get on my leg like this, but my kneecap is here, right? If I can't actually roll onto my kneecap on my left leg, or it is blinding pain. I got bone bruising, I got like a bone spur in there, and it's I can feel it. There's an indent in my kneecap now. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna get up higher. That's where I'm feeling it. Oh. I actually want to get over my lacrosse ball, but it's in the other room. I think I might skip out really quickly to grab it. Oh. 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 Actually, I think I can hit it well enough with this. Oh. Oh. My back feels all lumpy. Again. Oh. It's just not letting go. All right. Colin, how's it going? I'll keep this with me so I can actually read the chat. Oh. How are you doing? Where are you from? Oh. All right. Now let's get into my lat. Oh man. Ah. 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 Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh. Ah. I can, but I don't have, it doesn't come naturally to me. Even when I build a bigger chest, it's more natural for me to flex them both together. Oh, okay, there it goes. It just melted. I was like in pain, and then it just melted away. Just like that. Just like that, the muscle gave, and now I can find a new spot. Oh, yeah. It'll be grunting, moaning, and then over a period of like 1 second, it literally feels like it's melting away. Oh, oh. Yeah, balancing your pecs is more about the mind muscle connection and the nervous system than actually oh, having a giant chest. But you practice flight like, oh, if you got the muscle, you can get it by practicing. Oh, see, this one here hasn't melted away yet. This is just brutal. Oh, okay. There, it just went. Just like that. I was groaning, moaning, in pain. Oh, now I got another spot right there. Oh, oh, come on, let go. And you, oh, no. And thanks for the follow, both for Colin as well as Giant. That's an English word. I don't know if I can say it. Sequoia. I know how that thing's pronounced. It's man. I've got a tired brain today. I'll tell you that much. I fried my brain yesterday with a 3-hour workout, and then today was a very mentally challenging and draining day at work. I came home, got my food, prepared myself to come here. All right, so I just want to get in my upper traps again. And then I'll move on to my legs, and then I'll hit a stretching routine I'll do. But I'm not gonna go as intense as I normally would on my stretching routines because I'm actually quite beat up. Oh, okay, there's my hamstrings. Let's go. Ah, come on. Pod save the queens. Sweet nothings. Oh, I miss partner dancing and cuddle puddles and oh. But before all that, I just want to be able to partner dance again. I want to be able to dance blues, chest to chest. My favorite, like, I would go dance the live music. I'd go to different dance events, regular weekly ones. But my favorite was the after parties where people would host house parties, and you go upstairs. You can go play board games. You can go drink. You can go do whatever you want. But then you go downstairs in the basement, and you can find one person and then dance with them for like 4 hours straight. Oh man. I did a number to myself. What's up? I am probably more of a wreck right now than I've been in a fair amount of time. So, gotta make sure I do everything I can to recover properly because I've been lifting heavier, I've been pushing myself harder. I'm also recovering from a knee injury. And the thing I was actually struggling with is I was actually getting bored with my workouts because I couldn't do leg days for at least 4 weeks. So 4 weeks I was completely off my legs. I started up within the last week. But all my workouts were push pull, push pull. So it's basically a bench day and then a back day and it might be more focused around rows. And then my next day would be a day focused more like another chest day focused more around flies, and then another back day focused more around pull-ups, pull-downs. And then rinse and repeat. So I was having the same workouts every day over and over again. And it's all about managing your recovery. Oh, so that I can keep training without burning out my back and chest. And it was a fine line. Oh, my hamstrings are. Oh, a little bit. Um, my weight has actually fluctuated in the last 4 weeks. So I lost quite a bit of weight once I couldn't do leg days anymore. But then the last, so probably like the first 2 weeks after my injury, I lost a bunch of weight, and then the 2 weeks after that, I've been putting weight back on. All right, so now my hamstrings are feeling a lot better. I'm going to go into my quads, but I have to be very careful about my left knee. Like I will literally like cry out in pain if I roll over it. Whoops. But more than mass, I'd rather just see improvements in my capabilities, in what I'm able to lift. Oh, the same time, I haven't been eating to gain a lot of mass. So you want to gain weight, you got to eat. I've been eating enough to support my muscle mass at 190 pounds. Okay. Now this one I gotta be careful on. I didn't hit my calves. I didn't hit my glutes. Let's not forget that. But first things first, gotta be careful. Ouch! Oh. Okay. I nicked my knee just a little bit on the ground. That went up to about like 0 to 70 really quick. And that was just a very light. Oh, that's painful. Let's not do that again. As long as there's no direct contact on my kneecap, I can do pretty good. I've never figured out how to foam roll without slowly inching myself up or backwards. I've never figured it out. All right. Now glutes. My glutes aren't doing too bad right now. I don't have a ton of trigger points. I'm trying to find something that's a little bit more tender than the rest. they're not doing so bad. Yeah, I can't find any place that really needs it. Try my left one. Careful with my knee. This one's a little worse, but not like my legs. Yeah, doing pretty good. This is almost a workout, it's just, oh, there we go. I'm trying to add more weight. I'm trying to add as much weight to my calves as I can. And this is the only real tender spot right here. But not so bad. Probably should have worn my wrist too. I got nice airflow down here. Even though only this fan is actually blowing at me, this one here is blowing out to the void, but it's circling. Okay, this calf is a lot worse. This calf is right off the bat. Oh, why is my left calf worse than my right? Oh, I can't even put my full weight on it right now. I found a spot. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, my left calf. My right calf wasn't like that, was it? Yeah, nothing like that. Okay, so my left calf is tight. Ah. I can't even. Okay. There we go. Got it over. A lot of it gave right there. Just like that. All right. So I want to start stretching. Grab myself some water. All right. So I'm going to pull up here. I'm going to pull out my stretching video. And I will turn off my music. I almost shut down Streamlabs by accident. Let's close Spotify. I can always give a free flex. All right, so let's open up fitness, stretching, and this one. All right, let's minimize that. Minimize. Let's get this where I can see both of us at the same time. And then, yeah. Let's turn off that mute. And how loud is this? Okay, I think this might be too loud.
Hey everyone, it's Nico, and today I'm going to be taking you through a complete beginner's flexibility routine. If you're someone who feels that flexibility is one of your weakest suits, this video is for you.
So that's a little tidbit into what I'm going to be doing today. I don't have it fully set up yet. I want to set the camera up now. All right. I'm not going to be flexing every minute this stream just because I'm trying to turn off my muscles a little bit right now. And you can get a really good workout just by flexing. But I want to just be warm, which is why I'm riding the bike, get everything moving. That's the plan right now. I'm just going to move my body a bit, and then I'm going to start doing some stretching. But normally when I do my stretching, I push myself quite hard. I'm not going to push myself today. I'm going to do things at my own pace. I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to listen to my body and respect what it tells me. But I already feel a whole lot better after foam rolling. I can feel my traps in particular are moving a whole lot better now. My head is moving better. All right, so let's get this woman to be a little bit smaller than that. She's still too, oh, I guess that's as small as she gets. Let's try that. And I am probably going to have to play around with the camera throughout my stretching, but let's just go. Let me know if she's too loud.
So we're going to start standing on the mat, and I'm going to bring my right arm up and
What?
just place it over the other side of my head and just let go.
Why'd she?
And feels that flexibility is one of your weakest suits. This video is for you.
All right, so I don't remember doing that right off the start, but okay, I'm ready now.
So we're going to start
Monkey
standing
see,
on
monkey
the
do.
mat, and I'm going to bring my right arm up and just place it over the other side of my head and just let gravity pull me down. This is something that you always want to keep in your mind while you're stretching, is to just let gravity do all of the work. You're not necessarily pushing yourself into anything because that can cause pain. Just letting your neck fall, using the weight of your right arm to pull on your neck, and then we'll switch to the other side. Again, you don't want to be pulling down on your neck because that could hurt you. Just rest it there. Then we'll wrap both arms behind our head to go forward. Just let it dangle. Every time you breathe, your muscles get more relaxed. And finally, we'll just hang our head back. Maybe shake it a little bit side to side. And now we'll take one roll. And then to the other side. Then we'll roll our shoulders back. And forward. Back. And forward. Then I'll step my feet out to be a little bit more than hip width apart. And we'll plie or bend the knees to reach up and breathe.
My thighs are still sore, and I didn't foam roll them out enough.
I'm going to do this a few times. And what we're doing here is really stretching out the whole body and letting it warm up, getting all the muscles moving before we start stretching. And this is something that you should always, always do before you stretch. You don't want to just start pushing your body into something it's not ready for. If your muscles are warm, you're going to find that the flexibility comes much easier. Awesome job, guys.
I just popped my hip.
Okay, so for this next stretch, I'm going to grab this stool behind me, but you can grab anything in your house that's about that height. A desk, a table, or a chair, anything will work. So if you need to grab that, go ahead and do that now.
That's not the right thing.
So I'm going to come and place my feet more than hip width apart, and then we're going to lean forward to rest our hands on this stool. And this is just to make getting into this stretch a lot easier. You really want to make progress here and make sure that you're not putting too much pressure on your hands, but it's there to keep it from being too painful. So let's hold here. Make sure you're breathing, sending oxygen to your hamstrings while you stretch them. And try as hard as you can to relax, because the more relaxed your muscles are, the more flexible they will be. And then I will come up and we'll move it a little bit to the side so that it makes a line with my leg, and then I'll come to the side. In this position, I want to make sure my hips are even and I'm not letting one be higher than the other. And again, I'm breathing. And then we'll come back up and move it to the other side. And you can also be moving your body instead of the stool or chair or whatever you're using. Remembering to breathe. And back up. And just one more time for good measure, we're going to come back to the center. So I'm going to come down on my elbows here to give myself a little bit of an extra stretch, but I only recommend doing this if you're able to keep your back flat while doing so. And by that I mean it's engaged, your shoulder blades are tucked down, pulling towards your lower back, and you aren't letting it arch up like this, just keeping it nice and flat, should be parallel to the ground. And if you aren't able to do that here, then come back up onto your hands. And then we'll come back up to stand. So for this next stretch, we're going to be sitting on the ground. So I'm going to move this stool out of our way.
All right, so let's pause this lady. And let's get the camera looking down there. And
Sit back on the edge of my mat and extend my legs out to either side. Now in a full straddle stretch, your legs will be straight, but in our modified version, we'll have our legs bent here, lifting our knees up off of the ground. And from here, we'll just go as far forward as you can. Now, I encourage you to
my
place
adjustment tool.
a foot, maybe 2 feet in front of your hips. And from here, you want to slowly try and straighten your legs, bringing your knees to touch the ground. So that's what you're fighting for, and you just want to hold. So straddle stretch is a great stretch to be able to see your own progress in. I encourage you to pay attention to the floor if you're stretching in the same place every day. So you'll start to see your hands move along, and it's really encouraging. So while you're pulling to get into these stretches a little bit deeper, you always want to make sure you're pulling from the right place. And the common thing to do is pull the top of your head down to try and pull yourself closer to the ground, but you actually want to pull your chest closer, and that's going to keep your back lifted and your shoulder blades pinched together like the flat back I was talking about earlier, so you're able to reach out and really go to the fullest extent of your stretch. So for now, make sure you're pulling your chest out and think about trying to get that pulled down all the way to the ground. Okay, so now we're going to stretch each side, and in a normal straddle stretch we could stay here and then fold over to each side, but to make it a bit easier, we bring our opposite leg in and then go over. So you want to grab onto your leg and pull your chest closer as you stretch, and you want to make sure you're keeping that back flat. You will be able to reach farther if you arch, but you're losing all of that nice stretch in the back of your leg, all through your hamstring if you do so. So fight for that flat back and try and get that chest to your knee. And now we'll go to the other side. So we'll switch, bring our other leg into our thigh, and then fold over. I'm pulling my chest to my knee, stretching out that hamstring. Trying to keep your back as flat as you can. And come back up. and to the center. Let's do the middle stretch one more time. So we'll bend our knees and come forward. Maybe notice that you've made a little bit of an improvement, a centimeter or two. Each time you do it, you should feel a little bit more comfortable. And fight to lower your knees a little bit. Keeping that back flat. A few more seconds. Really lower down as far as you can. And come out of it. Amazing. So now we're going to bring our feet into the middle for a butterfly stretch. And here I'm just going to sit and hold my ankles and push my knees down with my elbow. You should be feeling a nice stretch either in your groin or in your glutes, or maybe both, depending on where you need to be more flexible. And we're going to fold over, and in this stretch it's okay if you let your head go and you arch your back. It's one of the few. Really pulling yourself down. And now we're going to do the opposite and try and stretch out and keep that back as flat as we can. Pushing that chest out, really stretching out those hips. And come back up. So the next thing that we're going to do is going to be a pike stretch, and I'm going to move sideways for this so you can see me better.
Oh.
So the key to doing this is having your hips.
I think I want to change the camera a bit. Maybe I will come a little bit closer. Let's get that there. And gotta be careful. Keep my knee a little bit off the ground. So after all that forward bending, I want to bend back just a bit. I'm just making sure I'm keeping my kneecap off the ground. So most of my leg is flat on the ground, but you can't really tell, but my left kneecap is actually just a hair off the ground. And it's actually not that hard because my quad, the size of my quad just keeps it off there naturally a bit. Turn. All right. I think I earned myself some water. All right, back to the video.
Underneath your body and your back up straight behind you. If you're unable to sit up straight, then you want to keep your butt above your feet. And there are a couple different ways that you can do this. The easiest way, using only your body, is to actually come up onto one knee and extend the other one in front of you so that you can start to lean
I don't really
forward.
want to do a pike right now.
Make it a lot easier. You just have to make sure that you do it on both sides.
What she's doing is she's actually on a knee right now. I can't do that.
With either a low chair or maybe a few towels
I'm just gonna skip
underneath you so that you're ready to stay here. So
skip,
if you wrap
skip.
around your you.
There we go.
Okay, so all the way up to the top.
This part is the part I've been waiting for.
And then we'll come out a bit. Awesome job, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to scooch forward a little bit so I can lay down on my back here. And we're going to lift one leg up. And you can grab it as low as you need to. The other thing that you could do here is grab a belt or a scarf or an actual exercise band, wrap around your heel and then pull your leg closer. But holding lower down on your leg is just fine too. And as you're practicing this stretch, you want to make sure that you're always reaching and trying to walk your hands up and get them all the way up here. This really is the goal of this stretch, but for now, it's fine to grab it down here. And then I'm going to bend my knee in, pull it to my chest, and bring it over my body to come to a twist. Really feeling it all through the spine. And come back. And we'll straighten again. Always pulling it closer to you. Feeling that stretch in the hamstring.
Maybe the camera's too far down. Let's raise it by a bit.
And one more time, pulling it to your chest. And then over. Every time you breathe, relax your spine a bit more. And then we'll come back to center. And switch, bring the other leg up, grab as high up as you can and pull it closer to you. Making sure that top leg is all the way straight. And then bending it in. To pull across your body.
Much better.
Turn
I like that.
Face the other way.
I was trying to pop my back in this one.
Releasing your spine, letting it fully twist. And we'll come back to center. And do it all one more time. So stretch the leg out straight. Grab as high as you can and then pull. Really breathing. And bring it back in. Pull tight to your chest. And then we'll pull it back over to look the other way. Remember to relax into it. And then we'll come back to center and put our leg down.
All right, so she's done.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm going to bring out my yoga strap. I don't need that. I don't need this. Okay, let's start with the left leg. I'm really getting a deep stretch in my calf right now. When you take your toes and you point them down like this, like I'm actually pulling the top of my foot towards my body, and you get the nicest calf stretch I've ever found. All right, let's stay fully in frame here. Lisa Green, how's it going? It's been a while. I think last time you were on, you messaged me, but I didn't see it before you left. I ended up responding later, but I think it was too late. But by all means, ask away. I'm feeling not very flexible right now. Normally I can get a lot more than this. I don't either. I just remember I probably spent like 5-10 minutes talking about it after before I realized, oh, she's not here anymore. Oops. All right, so so this burns the calf. So I'm feeling an actual burn by doing this. I have chat over there, but it's too far away. So I got my phone here so I can read what you guys ask me without having to get up. Oh. How's it going though? Hopefully life is treating you well. We're about to go into winter here. It's supposed to start snowing tomorrow. This is probably the latest we've ever gotten snow in a long time. So you do it's not so much your toes. Like I can relax my toe and still do it with the top of my foot, but you can exaggerate it by getting your toes to come down. This is the best way to get like burning calf stretch. The only thing that actually gets more of a calf stretch is when you take it across your body this way. This burns. I got the fire in me. I got the fire in me. Where's my water? Oh, black on black. I didn't see it. But from now, got a nice burn. My feet, unfortunately, my feet aren't ticklish. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's just certain things that make me sensitive. It doesn't matter where in my body it is. Oh. Particularly lips, with like a mixture of like moist and hot and oh. I got it. My weight's in the way, so I can't go down any further. Oh, I just squished my phone with my head. All right, up this way. Ah, burns. All right, that's enough of that. I'm gonna go to glutes right now, and I figure the best way to start, I'll start on the wall. And I will, careful of my knee, because my knee is damaged. I'm using my own frame to push myself deeper into the stretch. Probably pretty soon, I'll stick my feet up the wall. All right. Get closer to the wall. My thighs are sore. After my workout yesterday, they're just not moving very quick. There we go. Now I'm feeling it in the glutes. Now where'd my phone go? There it is. Whoops. I hit a button. I can't. I basically have to go into Twitch to see that, and I can't see any messages until after I'm done. And half the time, I finish my workout, I finish my stretching, and then I just wind down and I go to bed. I'll shower, I'll dry myself, wait till my hair is dry, then go to bed. I actually don't spend a lot of my life in front of the computer. Like sometimes, right? Like sometimes more than others, but for a large portion of it, it's just I'm always going and doing things. Snap, snap, snap. Move, move, move. And particularly when the weather's nice, it's always nice to go outside. Going for regular walks is some of the best exercise you can do to stay healthy. All right. So my glutes, I'm just about done the one stretch. Whoops, there goes my phone. Now, I'll pretzel myself. This feels good to settle into. Feeling more in my thigh, honestly, than in my glute. Well, that's just because my thighs are particularly beat up. last night my thighs were cramping. I was really fatigued, and I got dogs in my thighs. See, this kneecap I can actually grab. My right kneecap is actually nice and strong. My left one, I can't even touch it without pain. Yeah, probably the only thing I haven't really stretched on my legs thus far is my hip flexors, my quads. I think that's about it. I'm gonna go back to the video, and I think she's gonna get me to stand up.
So now we're going to come back up to a standing
Yes.
position, and I'm going to bring one foot up to grab behind me. During this quad stretch, I want to make sure that I'm pushing my hips forward so I'm getting that full stretch all along my quad and into my hip flexor. And while you're here, I want to take a minute to tell you that you should always be working every single day, stretching and working towards that flexibility. But you also have to remember that your progress is not going to be linear. You're not going to be making constant, amazing results every single day. Some weeks you'll do great, and others you won't see much progress, but remember not to get discouraged, that the more that you're fighting for it and working towards that flexibility, you will get there. So let's switch to the other side.
Okay, this
Really feeling that stretch
isn't
on that
great.
quad and in that hip flexor, pushing my hips
I'm feeling
forward.
scar tissue pulling in my knee right now.
Heel to touch my
I can actually feel the scar tissue pulling. So I want to get my hip flexor, but
hip flexors are always really tight.
I can't push myself too hard on this one.
Sitting anywhere in the car, our natural seated position actually.
I got to spend the next couple weeks working out my scar tissue. I'm going to spend some more time on this right now.
And then we'll come out. And for that position too, if you're having trouble balancing.
By the way, I got good balance. Whoa.
So lastly, we're going to stretch our arms. So I'm going to bring my right one across my body.
No, I'm not ready for you, woman. You're taking off without me. This is one of the first hits you'll get on YouTube. Basically, it's stretches for the inflexible. All right, so I got to get that movement in my knee right now. So rather than like a long static stretch, I'm actually going to hold on to something because I don't care about balance so much. I just want to pulse. I want to pulse and sort of pull on that scar tissue because I can feel it. I'm going to have to do lunges to hit my hip flexors because right now, to get my hip flexor, so I'll show you this leg. To get into the hip flexor, you got to send your hips forward. This is how you get into your hip flexor in the stretch. You can still get your quads more or less, right? But to actually get the hip flexor, you gotta put it to where you're really pulling off it. But I can't do that without it being uncomfortable on my knee. Yeah, it feels like my knee joint is pulling like this. Like I'm feeling the scar tissue pull. And how's it going? Good to see you. I got my old man walking stick. If anything, I'd be but I don't have any music, so I don't even know what the. It's like this spinning, just kick. How's it going? I am able to work out my legs again. It's been at least 4 weeks since I almost broke my kneecap. I still have bone bruising, but all the soft tissue damage is cleaned up. I just have some scar tissue left But yesterday I had a really nice leg day, a 3-hour leg day. I went heavy on my glutes. I went heavy on things that didn't involve the knee. And then even then, I did go 275 pounds for squats, but I had a belt on. I wanted to focus more on controlling the legs as opposed to worrying about my core. I got my trusty chat today here. Doing well, good to hear. So basically for the last 4 weeks, all I've been doing is push, pull, push, pull, push day, pull day, push day, pull day. And I was actually getting bored and sick out of my mind of the same exercise over and over. But at the same time, my bench improved a lot. So I'm benching 315 every like twice a week. And my pulling, I think I overdid my back, particularly my traps. I'm going to have to ease off it a bit. But even then, over the first couple of weeks, I lost weight because I couldn't train my legs, and then I've been putting it back on over the last couple. So I got plans, I got ideas, but I couldn't get into my hip flexor on the last stretch because my knee was pulling on me. And the only thing I can't do right now is really kneel on my knee. So the go-to hip flexor stretch is you get on your knee, push your hips forward. I can't do that with my left knee. So let's do some lunges. Ha, 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 ha. Karate. Ha, 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 ha. I cracked myself up. I really want to sink into it. But I'll send you a link for it later, Spicy. Spicy or tomato soup? Spicy tomato. I'll just call you this whole thing. Spicy tomato soup. There are 2 videos that 2018 I herniated my disc and I tore my glute, and there was 2 videos that I followed along with religiously, and it's funny because you spend hundreds of hours of your life listening to these people on YouTube, and it's almost like they come into your living room and they share these moments with you when you're recovering and you're struggling, and it's a very emotional charged situation, but they have no idea who you are, right? I'm just one of the million people that have watched their video. Oh, thanks for the follow, Josh419. I got another follow by Let's Go Brandon. I missed that, but if you're still here, thanks for the follow. And oh, thank you. I got my camera low right now. And I can't kneel on my left knee because I got bone bruising. So I'm just getting into my hip flexors right now. I've basically hit all the other muscle groups in my legs. I haven't done much for upper bodies. I did a warm-up. I did foam rolling. Did some mobility stuff. But I'm going to finish off my legs. Then I'm going to get some upper body static stretches. And then I think I'm just going to stick my feet up the wall and relax for a bit. I'm just trying to sink into this and really get into my hip flexor. My calf. Oh. I don't really want to be flexing my legs too much today though, because yesterday was the leg workout and today's supposed to be recovery. And then even then I've been more flexing my chest and my arms and stuff today, because my back is pretty taxed too. And it takes a lot of energy to do a good flex, right? Like it's I'm trying to like deactivate everything in my legs. Okay, that might be my last. Celestial, how's it going? It's a fellow streamer. What's the game you stream? Valorant? I've watched a bit. I'm not too familiar with the game itself. Thank you. Today is recovery day. I've done most of the program so far. Started off, went on the bike, warmed up. I did some mobility stuff. I did some foam rolling. Did probably 45 minutes of stretching so far. And I got sidelined because I was doing the quad stretches and I've got an injury in my knee. So about 4 weeks ago, I almost broke my kneecap. I was on a boat. I got flipped off the boat. I fell 5 feet directly onto my kneecap, just like this, like right onto a boulder. And so let's get over here. And I still have bone bruising in my left knee, but all the soft tissue damage has recovered, minus some scar tissue. So I was able to do all my workouts. As long as I don't kneel on this knee, it's fine. But when I got to here, I'm feeling scar tissue pull in my knee. And so it sort of sidelined me a bit because I'm like, instead of following my typical program, I'm taking time just to get my hip flexors and work around this, as well as I want to like pulse it. Here, I want to, by the way, I got decent enough balance. As soon as I say that, I'm going to be all over the place, right? But no. There. It's actually loosened up a lot since in the last 5-10 minutes. Now I can actually get to my hip flexion on the stretch. I've already worked out some scar tissue there, or at least warmed up my kneecap. All right. All right. So I'm going to go back and follow along with my video here.
Really? Wall.
All right, so she just finished her quads. Now we're gonna.
And then we'll come out. And for that position too, if you're having trouble balancing, go ahead and grab onto a wall or a chair next to you. So lastly, we're gonna stretch our arms. So I'm gonna bring my right one across my body and pull it in with my left. Really allowing this shoulder to relax here so that I can get a full stretch. My left arm is the only one working. And then swing it out. For the other side. My straight arm is relaxed. Really letting the other one stretch it out. And then we'll shake it out again. Do the tricep on this side. You really want to try and pull your hand to your shoulder and the arm that's stretching. Don't let it hang out up here. And then shake it out. And other side. Awesome job, guys. So that's all I have for you today.
So
I really hope
I'm gonna hit my neck stretch soon, but I'm just gonna do some things on my own. I'm gonna do some side bends. Oh. All right. I'm going to follow along with the next video, but I'm only going to do a little bit of it because the rest is going to be too difficult. I can't do anything with regards to splits right now. Splits are too difficult for me.
Outside and then string starting with puller in the opposite direction to
And this is going to be hit or miss whether I can even do the first exercise here.
That's going to pull me
All
forward.
right, so let's get the camera down.
I'm getting a stretch all the way through my hamstrings down through my back. And then I'm going to pull her in the opposite direction to get the same effect. And if you're doing this right, like I said, the
phone with me so I can see
should go all the way
the
up
chat.
your spine.
Okay, so this is
Alright, for the second stretch, we're going to do the half split. So what you're going to do
so I can do this.
extend
This is
your
good.
right foot forward, and then your back leg bent, and then we're going to go ahead and reach to the side and then take it forward to target two different muscles in our hamstring, starting with the outside and then into the under hamstring. So take your left arm and reach all the way over until you're getting close to your toe. You should feel a deep stretch in your hamstring and also underneath your armpit. And then go ahead and take it forward. It's okay if you can't go all the way down, but go as close to your leg as you can. Then we're going to go to the side again. So reach all the way over past your toe. Feel that deep stretch. And then we're facing our knee again. And then we're going to do one more of those. So over to the side. And then put your stomach on your leg again. And just sit there for about 5 seconds or so. And now we're going to put our chest towards the center. So this is probably going to be a deeper stretch for most of you. So put your elbows all the way down to the ground. And if you're feeling a little bit ambitious, put it even further down. And reach as far forward as you can. And hold it for about 5 seconds. And then we're going to elbow our way back up to the top. And we're going to take what's going to stretch in your quadricep a little bit. So go back.
Well,
if you can't go all the way down flat on your back,
this time I'm going to see if I can do. I might not be able to do this because this is my left knee. But I'm going to be very careful.
More of an advanced version and go
I think I'm
down,
just going to go on my elbows for this one.
stretch like this.
No, I can't.
Just follow along with Karina if you're feeling like this is too much of a stretch. Now I'm going to go back to my elbows.
Okay. Actually, this is pretty good.
You should feel this in your hip flexor as well.
I'm just going to sit here.
So
I'm going to ignore what she's saying. And I'm just going to breathe.
It's going to help increase our flexibility in our hamstrings as well. Now I'm going to walk all the way back up.
Before I loosened up my knee, I never would have been able to do this.
And just hold it there for 5 seconds.
All right, I had enough.
Back. Go down on our elbows again.
Time to get this.
And just like before, stay
careful.
on your elbows, and if you're feeling like you want a little bit more of a stretch, then go all the way flat on your back.
Okay. It's moving in there.
And I'm going to walk up and do the left side now. Which, it's okay if this one is
side will be easy.
flexible. It is for most people, so you might feel a little bit more of a stretch. So we're going to go all the way over to the side again and reach towards your toes. And again, you should feel it all the way through your armpit and down the side of your body. And then we're going to put our chest on our knees again. And go again to the side. And then again back down to our knee. And one more time. All the way over to the side. Reach past your toes. And face down on your knee again. Alright, now we're going to do our stretch where we're going to go forward down to the ground. Just go as far as you can. Don't push it too much if it's hurting. And you should feel this in your inner thigh as well. And hold it for a few more seconds. And then walk your way back up.
All right.
And go all the way back around. And either go on your elbows, or if you want more of a stretch again, go all the way down. And hold it there for about 5 seconds. And I'm gonna
Once again, I'm just going to do my own thing.
and go forward again.
Okay.
And elbows towards the ground again. Or your back. And now I'm going to walk back up my last time. Alright, and so for my next position, I'm going to go ahead and get into a lunge position. So go ahead and take your left foot and plant it into the ground and extend your back leg out behind you. And you should get into this position. And we're going to hold this for a few seconds. You should feel a stretch in your left hamstring as well as your right hip flexor. And the further you push your hip down, the more of a stretch you're going to feel in both areas. And then go ahead and rock back and forth a little for a deeper stretch. And then I'm going to go ahead and go up. And you're going to feel this in your right hamstring the farther forward you push onto your left foot. And also you're going to feel this in your left calf. And we're going to go back down. And make sure you're stretching both that hip flexor and your left hamstring. Just remember that it's important to stretch all these other muscles in order to get the full effect of this hamstring stretch. Now we're going to go back up. Now we're going to rotate to the center. So just move your hips this way and stay there for a few seconds. If you want more of a stretch, go ahead and grab your ankles and pull your head through. But no need to do this if it's too much of a stretch. And rotate your hips to the other side. And push your left ankle into the ground so you're getting a calf stretch. And then back into a lunge. And go ahead and hold this for a few seconds. And just like the other side, go ahead and make sure that you're pushing this left hip into the ground. Now go back up. And rock a little bit back and forth. Make sure you're targeting all those different areas of that back hamstring muscle. And then one more time, back down. Push that left hip way into the ground. And go back up. And hold it there for a few more seconds. Pushing as far into the ground as you can, trying to get that forehead on your right shin. And then go back to the center. And again, putting your hands on your ankles to pull your head through your legs. And if that's too much,
I'm not actually feeling that flexible today.
just go ahead and get as close to the ground as you can. Now we're going to walk our feet together. So we're in a pike position. We're going to finish off this position right here by pulling your ankles again and having your head go towards your shins. And just go ahead and hold this pike position for a few more seconds. Grab your ankles, pull yourself in. Release your neck. Shake it out.
Whoa.
And then pull your body into your chest one last time. And release.
Not very flexible today.
Alright, and so for this last position, it's going to be another form of the halves.
Alright, so I can't do the rest of what they're doing because they're leading up into the splits now. So what I'm going to do is I want to do some back bend stuff again. With all that forward bending, I want to lift up. You see me out here? Maybe I should. Over the camera a little bit more. So I'll start just with my elbows basically just deactivate a lot of along my back. That's a little bit triggered from doing a bunch of forward bends. All right. And now I gotta relax. So that was the hard part for me. Now you guys are gonna watch me. Actually, I forgot my tool, my adjustment tool here. And I'm just gonna get everything here, including the strap. The first thing I'm gonna do, put my feet up the wall, relax. Closer to the wall. There we go. Off me. I have to move this fan a bit. Or I'm gonna have to move myself down the wall a bit. And now, riveting content here. It's not gonna get much better than this. Actually, I could have made it better for myself by turning on some music. Music would be nice right now. Something relaxing. The thing with this stretch is that it's okay now, but over time it begins to burn and it doesn't go away. It just burns more and more and more until eventually you can't take it anymore. Or at least I can't. Eventually I'll run out of willpower. You know this position well. Yeah. I'm not blessed genetically with the right hip configuration for this. So this is something that I'm going to have a hard time progressing much more than this. Like a lot of effort, and whereas like the hip socket, you got your ball, you got your socket. The hip bone goes inside the socket. Well, the more rounded your socket is, the less your hip bone can move before it impinges on the side. Where if it's open wider, your hip can move more in the joint before it impinges. Crack me up. Oh yeah, there's still some arm stretches I want to do. I got sidetracked and I forgot. So the plan was to do the quads and then do the arms, and then I started feeling that scar tissue in my knee when I was doing my quads, and I got distracted for the next like 15 minutes. I have to get up before I can really do my arms again. And I'm starting to feel a burn. So you know what? Let's try to go deeper. Eventually I'll push down on one leg and the other leg will pop up. That's sort of where I'm. Oh, I feel like I've bonded myself with this little like prisoner trap with this stick being pulled. Like, I don't know. Well, there's a term for that they used to do where they get you to hold the log and they tie you to it. Oh. Yeah, I just moved my legs down like a centimeter or two, and it's burning a lot more. Oh boy. How much more willpower do I have left in me? I don't know. Arcanus, how's it going? This is my life right now. Just sit here and live pain. Ah. How's it going? I got a bear, a book, and a heart. You're the bear, you open the book, and then you give me a heart. Is that? Oh. I could really go with some music to distract myself right now. Oh, no, I can't move. Don't move. God save our no. I feel like I'm losing my mind here. Okay, I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Oh, oh, okay. Giving up. Oh, oh. Get off this wall. Oh, I gotta be careful. I almost went on my kneecap there. That would have been bad. So 7 people gotta watch me suffer there. Oh, all right. Now I wanna stretch my chest, stretch my shoulder. So I am going to I don't have the best angle for this. But what I'm doing right now, I'm keeping my hand just above shoulder height, and I'm bringing my elbow in, and I'm turning away from it. That's the first stretch I'm gonna do for my chest. Normally I have like a bar or something I do it on, or I do it on a door frame. I'm doing good. Today was tiresome at work, but I got through the day. It's going to be a very, very hectic week, particularly since in Canada, Thursday is Remembrance Day, so everything's shut down. We're shut down. All right, so next what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to open my... But I did my leg workout yesterday, 3 hours. My thighs were cramping up at the end, but it felt good. So it's been at least 4 weeks since I almost broke my kneecap. And at the beginning, since I couldn't train my legs, I was losing weight. So the first couple of weeks I lost weight, then I started focusing on putting that weight back on. And now that I can train my legs again. All right, so this next one here burns. Like, I'd recommend it. Like give it a shot. You're gonna stick your hand flat against the wall and then turn away from it. You'll feel it all the way through your arm. So like here, and then turn away from it. Whew. Feel it tingle even. Give me a sec, I'll read that. I left my phone, which is what I've been using to read chat while I stretch. I left it by the window. A lot of good it does for me there. Yeah, I've actually got a haircut appointment. I booked it for Friday, and then I realized I have physiotherapy on Friday, so I left a message that I want to reschedule it, but they didn't get back to me yet. So yes, the hairdresser I'm going to is a woman that I used to partner dance with. She has since opened up her own studio, like right in the middle of the pandemic when we were in full lockdown. She used that time to start her own business. So when the lockdowns lifted, she came back. She came in full force, and her place is really nice and is actually tailored for the pandemic. Like I'm talking like any bells and whistles you can do towards getting your hair cut while trying to minimize COVID risk. She's got these big plexiglass partitions hanging down from the ceiling, and it's pretty cool. She did a good job. The outside looks great, and for myself, it's hard to get a haircut that actually looks good because I have several cowlicks. So I trust her to cut my hair and not make me look like I got stuck in a weed whacker. But the facial hair is actually, it's funny because I got requested I grow out my facial hair a bit from while on stream. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go for it. I've just been trimming around my mouth because I don't like getting hair in my mouth, but I have been trimming it, but I've been throwing on the different size clippers and. All right, so it's been about 2 hours of all the recovery I could ask for. I'm feeling really good. When I first started my stream, I was like even half awake almost. Like I got off work, I'd eaten a big meal. I was just like nursing my food baby, and I was just like, I just want to not do anything. But here I came, and I went on the bike for 10 minutes. Okay, so I started to wake up, but I was still a little bit groggy. And then I went on the foam roller. That woke me up. All the trigger points in my back. Like, look what I found. And then I had a lot of people chatting to me today. I always appreciate it when people come and talk to me. Makes my home workouts a lot more enjoyable. I did some mobility exercises. I did plenty of static stretching. And I think I'm going to start to wind it down. For sure, right? Like I'm on, I'll go on Twitch, and my pre-workout is often I will find a fitness streamer and I will watch them improve themselves. I'll watch them really put themselves out there, and just watching them lift their weights makes me want to move my body, makes me want to lift. And like when I'm there, I have no reservation just to be like chatting in front of them, like chatting happily, like walls of text, like maybe not like wall of text, but like I figure they're like me. They appreciate literally just having someone to talk to. And if not, they tell me to shut up. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can't hurt my feelings. But I'm gonna find somebody to share the love with. I've got to send a link to Mr. Spicy Tomato Soup. Let's see who's on right now. Is Gentleman Lifter on? Kara, who is this? I don't remember. All right, I will send you to this lady. She's not fitness related, but she's good people. She also does various styles of dancing. And I believe she got her affiliate just a couple days ago. Flexing, dancing monkey. So, quad squad, yeah. My legs aren't shaped the way I want to be right now. I need to really focus on the isolation, like quads. My hamstrings are pretty developed. My glutes are pretty developed, but I got to work on my quads, got to work on my calves. I've been doing more compound lifts, so my legs are strong. I got to really sculpt them a little bit. But that's where the fun is. I'm going to enjoy doing it. But thank you, everybody who came out tonight, and have a good night.